Alright, today's video is how to give a bernedoodle or any doodle a haircut. I've had Coda for like 3 years, we're best friends. I've been cutting his hair since forever. You know, I think a lot of people think that you need to spend 90 to, I'm sure, $150 some places to have your dog groomed. And yeah, if you don't have the time, it makes sense, right? But if you have the time and you're willing to do it yourself, this is exactly how to do it. You know, I think a lot of people maybe don't think about getting a bernedoodle or any type of doodle because they have to cut the hair. It's pretty simple. It's really the tool you use and how to do it. I'll show you right here, right now. All right, first key is you're gonna want amazing trimmers. This is what the pros use. Cam cordless. You can spend, there's another brand I think that's good too, but you can spend $30 or you can spend $300. And my advice is spend $300. And no, it does not come with one of these clips. These are like 40 bucks. So you're really spending, if you're lucky, you probably spend, I think there's 220 is the low end I've ever seen these, to 300 plus $20, $30 for the clip. I use an F4. I think it's the perfect length. I've used 5.3. I've used F3, F5, F4. I think F4 is just perfect. All right, I'm gonna show you it. Let's jump into it. All right, first thing you gotta do is locate the bernedoodle. Usually in the yard. He was just barking at something. Found him, as you see, here he is. All right, I like to start in the back and I just take the whole front coat off, and then I start working the sides and the head, and then I do his legs last. He's pretty much cool on everything but his front legs. I cut around his face after, usually a couple hours after, and I use kids scissors, and I'm extremely focused. Do not ever use normal scissors. Make sure they are kids scissors. That would be my number one advice. So this trimmer, he's very matted because I knew I was cutting him, so I stopped brushing him like a day or two ago. But even with all the mats, as you can kind of see, like it's starting to flow right off him. And just like that is so much hair. Here, Coda. Alright. I mean, it is ungodly the amount of hair that comes off these things. So it's really just that simple. And you get better and better at it, and you learn about the angles of which the brush needs to stay, you know, so you can actually cut through things. You'll probably take 1 or 2 cuts, but I mean, it really is just that simple. It's good bonding. I remember when I first got them, it was like one of the first things I had to do was trim them. But you can see, when you have good clippers, it just cuts right through. Sometimes I go very detailed where I make every section perfect. Other times I just try to get the first kind of matting and coat off them. It really just depends on my mood. I always do this outside, so I technically don't have to clean it up. I usually cut them and then I'll go cut the grass. So it's just kind of like a boom boom. Now, when he was younger, I used to always give him peanut butter. So I'd either give him peanut butter in a toy or have like an empty jar of peanut butter, like, you know, residue left over. And I'll give him that, and then that would really get him focused. But as he's grown up, he pretty much just sits here. And yeah. But today he's happy about it because it's so hot. And he can't hang out as long when it's so hot out. And he gets half his energy off just attention. Alright. And I try to trim him like the area he gives me. So if he's sitting down like this, then I can maybe do a side or his back leg. I never force him in a position just so I can trim him. Because essentially I need him to be in every single direction, like on the ground, standing, on his belly, to do everything. So I just take what I can get each moment. You know, and I'll just have fun with it, right? You know, I trim him maybe 5 minutes, take a break, you know. I'm never really pushing it. If he wants a break, I'll give him a break. I understand if I want to, you know, if I wanted to go quicker, I'd probably just pay someone else to do it. But like I said, it's kind of fun. It's so hot right now. For him, it's a relief. Now, if your dog's getting all antsy, which Coda doesn't really do that very often, but if he does, I just tell him to suck it up. Not in a mean way, but in a way that's just like, joking around. But like I said, it's so hot out there that he's pretty much like enjoying to get rid of all the heat off of him. Another thing too is if you really want this to go smooth, brush him before. If you really want it to go smooth, double time, then give him a bath, then brush him, then cut his hair. But for me, I haven't given him a bath, haven't even brushed him. Cam cordless, going right through. Pretty awesome. I would not even think about getting something that isn't cordless. Because once again, he might move over there, he's got to be on his back. Like, I can just follow him around the yard and just cut him wherever he is. It makes it real seamless. Like right there, he's kind of moving around, like what's going on, I kind of want a break. I'm like, okay, cool. Take a break. We'll take a break. Pretty good coat. Got to trim up his face, got to do his paws, but, after 2 rounds, he looks pretty much like a professional would do it. Saves you $80, super easy. Recapping the pro tips, cordless. We can go around, clip them wherever you are. Do it outside, make it easy. Don't do it like in front of a walk, do it like post a walk, right? Don't take his excitement and then trim him. He's not gonna be happy about that. Be patient, take it in waves, take what you can get, understand what he doesn't like, do that very last, right? And just take time with it. But all in all, it's a good experience, and if you're out there wondering if you should get a doodle, but you don't want to pay the money to have someone do it, you can do it yourself. If you have a doodle now and you're like, budget, just do it yourself, guys. It's fun, it's bonding. You might even get upset for 2 seconds with the dog. It's not that big of a deal. They're gonna move, but do it in waves, and that's all it is. All right, thanks for watching. Please subscribe.